What is going on, guys? Jond here, and I didn't think I would be making this video anytime soon, or perhaps ever, but Pixelmon, my friends, is getting an update. So I guess it started a couple weeks ago when I looked on the Minecraft forum for the page, and people were asking, is this map going to be updated at all? Keep in mind that the last version was 1.8, quite literally 4 years ago was the last time I worked on this map before 2 weeks ago. And the last couple weeks I have been going through and updating and seeing what I can do for 1.12. So this is probably going to be the last Pixelmon map release. I just wanted to go and see what I can do with some cool stuff that maybe got added, or even just fixing some stuff and updating some stuff. And yeah, so let's go ahead and show you what's going to be new Pixelmon preview style. So I think something that people are going to notice right away is going to be actual freaking NPCs. And they are basically saying the exact same things as much as they can from the main games. And that's because I've literally either been watching this one guide that has been so helpful. Like, I'll have to link their guide in the description of Pokemon. It's amazingly detailed, but also sometimes I've just been literally sitting on my DS talking to these people, typing in what they say, and I think it's going pretty well. So that's kind of what I've been working on as like one big thing that like a lot of people are gonna notice, and like I know a lot of people have been asking for this quite literally since the beginning. Main reason I haven't is because it is such a pain in the ass. There wasn't as much documentation for it as I thought there was, and I guess there isn't really for like every single NPC, but I am working on it. I've gotten through Azalea Town at the moment for all the trainers and all of the like just chatting NPCs, and I think that's going to be something that people are going to really appreciate. Oh yeah, and then also another thing, just real quick while I'm here, I changed up the radio a little bit. So I switched items from a music disc to a carrot on a stick, and that's because you can actually use a stat of right click on a carrot on a stick. So if you saw what I did there, I basically stopped the new Barktown music immediately with right clicking, and you can do that now. So like if you walk into a different area, apparently stop sound got introduced to the game since I've been away, which is really helpful because I can actually just apply that to a person and music's no longer playing for them. So you can just walk around with it in your hand and right click if you think you're in a new area with new music, because you probably are. And I just thought that was really cool. So in addition to trainers, obviously I have also been working on hiding loot around the world. I think I might have tried doing that at one point, but again, like there's also very little documentation for it. It's like, what I need is like an annotated view of the map, and then I need something pointing like right there. That's an escape rope. Do that. That's what I need. That's not what is really out there, but I've been making do with the descriptions, because otherwise it's like, oh, the items at the bottom left corner, once you're out of the route. Like, it's stupidly unhelpful. So one of the things that I've been trying to build has been escape ropes. So escape warp is what I ended up going with. It's basically just a pressure plate that you need to use it in a cave. I will stress that you can't use it in like towers and stuff, but if you go into a cave, then there are some scoreboards that'll set you to your proper cave, and then you can just use it and it'll teleport you out of there, which I think is pretty cool. The redstone on this has been kind of iffy. I need to work out some bugs, because for some reason, like when I was trying this earlier, last 2 times it failed and I can't figure out why, but I'll look more into that before the full release. But that's just something cool that I thought would be interesting to add. So apparently something Minecraft straight up just got rid of was the ability to use command blocks as randomizers, like putting command blocks inside of randomizers, which completely broke the Safari system that I had before. And apparently that was only in like 1.8. But basically what I did now, instead of doing that, has been I'm now using the ability to like pick your biomes, which was something that I think I mentioned before, originally wanting to do. So now if you want all meadow, boy, you can do that. You can pick every single bit of meadow that you want and then go ahead and it will become a thing. So it still sticks with the every combination of any biome, but it makes it so you get to pick whatever biome you want. So like if you see another Pokemon, you can take note of what biome it's in, and then you can go back and literally just like fill the wall with everything and just farm that animal if you really, or farm that Pokemon if you really want to, which I think is kind of cool. So look, all biomes, and then we get all the biome spawns. So I think there's like Chansey in this biome, Snorlax, some pretty cool stuff. So I had to get rid of the randomness, but I think that substitutes pretty all right. Oh yeah, also, I just realized Mom just bought me an item. So that also used the random mechanic, where it would just spit out a command block and that was the item you got. Instead, it just defaults to the day of the week. So you'll get items different depending on like how many days have passed. So I remember you could check that with the town map. I currently don't have that on me, but you could check it if you wanted to. So one little thing when it comes to portals is now there's a sound that plays whenever you walk in and out. I just thought that was kind of interesting to have. And also, you'll notice these puzzles. So these are actually a thing. I have been trying to make these puzzles a thing for a long time, like several versions back. What I think like I was working on these within like the 1.0s, but now they actually work. They're functional puzzles, and spoiler alert, they're how you spawn unknown. It's like one of the more experimental changes that I've done has been to villagers. So these shopkeepers right here, currently I don't have any badges, but basically the way that it works now is it's based off of how many bosses, or not bosses, how many gym leaders that you defeat for what items will be unlocked. So basically, let me go ahead and set the scoreboard here. Players set. It's a global stat. Villagers. So I have earned one badge. I just defeated Falkner, and the way that this works, I might have to wait a minute for it to actually sense that I am a victor of a gym leader, because I didn't want that checking like every goddamn second. Alright, so it should have just changed. Now if you go in... No? No? Okay. Alright, so I think it might have actually glitched because I was within the villager's shop whenever it first got introduced. So now you can see that there's a different... there's more like trades that you can do, repels. Yeah, now you can unlock more stuff, and that progressively gets better if you unlock more villagers. So let me just go ahead. I'll set that to... We just beat Claire. We got all the badges, so we can unlock all the things. All right, everything should have just switched over, as I saw on the console. So we got regular, great, ultra, perfect. This is exactly what I needed. So full restore is the last thing you unlock. Perfect. So it was just glitched. I was in the villager's inventory, so I might just need to speed up the clock that sets that a little bit, because it needs to go from you beating the gym leader as soon as its dialogue, like its ending dialogue starts, is when it'll set it. So a minute needs to pass between that and when you're trading with a villager next. So I might just change that clock up a little bit. So one thing that I've added is now the ability to block off places when it comes to like badges. So that's one thing, one benefit of having like a added score, keeping track of how many badges people have unlocked in the world. So now I can block off literally areas like this. Like, you're not supposed to be able to go straight from like Cherry Grove to Azalea Town without beating Falkner, because like in the game there's this NPC that's like literally blocking you. So that's kind of what I'm doing with all of the other like NPCs in like areas, because like I'm gonna start blocking off, like, you're not gonna be able to leave the Elix Forest without beating Bugsy, for instance. Stuff like that. Alright, so one thing that I'm actually really excited for is something that it literally took me like 2 days of working and troubleshooting this. The Hall of Fame is actually now in Pokemon in this map. So the way that it works is, well, I'll just go and teleport to the room and I will show you. All right, so this was originally a concept that I had in mind way back when, I think it was whatever version 2.0 was for like the 1.8 Redstone. This was an idea I had, but I never got it working until now. So Lance is telling me all about the statues that we can do for the Hall of Fame, and he's just giving me some basic info. But basically, what you're now able to do, if you really want to, you can induct yourself into the Hall of Fame, and you can have Pokemon be statues, whatever Pokemon you send out. So let me send out my Lapras, and I'll basically just generate my entire team here. So, I mean, obviously I beat it with a Sentret. Everybody knows those are the most OP thing in this game. Let me toss out my Rattata. I think this one's really in the top percentage there, my boyo Joey. Cleffa, of course, naturally. And it basically searches for any Pokemon within gens 1 through 3. So that's all that should theoretically even be possible. Besides, obviously, I guess like the like Magmortars and Electivires from Gen 4. So the entire time that I've been doing this, a statue has been appearing behind me. So every time I hit confirm, one spawns. So let me go ahead and send out Suicune right there, and then I will show you. Confirm your Suicune, and bam. And then the credits automatically roll, and all of these statues will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, which I just think is really damn cool. This is something that I've really wanted to try and do, but it just didn't end up happening until now. Alright, yeah, and then you just get teleported to the Hall of Fame real quick to teleport your stuff in, and then from after that, you have access to it anytime by going back to the Indigo Plateau and just going into this little quartz framed area here, and your team is forever immortalized. So this works until there's 10 total pairs of statues in the Hall of Fame. So theoretically, you can just keep beating it like 10 times, and then it'll just be, and then it'll just stop. So there's not any option to like override it unless you like go into the command blocks to like clear everything. But yeah, that's just a feature that I thought could be used and I thought would be really cool. So I'm pretty excited for this. I've been working on this for literally like 2 weeks now at this point, almost exclusively, and I've been having a lot of fun. It's been nice getting back into Minecraft and seeing what I can do and seeing what's now possible and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and clear the Hall of Fame right here. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys when this is fully released. Oh yeah, slot machines. I forgot about that. Feels like it's been so long. You can now play slots in Goldenrod City for emeralds. I like it.